Hello Cancer, welcome. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you're all well wherever you are. This is your reading for the 13th through to the 17th, the 13th through to the 19th of September 2021, or thereabouts. It could resonate a little bit beyond those times. But I've pre-shuffled the cards, Cancer, to get your energy into the cards. So I'll just do a final shuffle now, starting with the Moonology Oracle card deck. It is a general reading, Cancer, so it won't resonate with everybody, but it certainly will with some of you. So take what resonates and leave the rest behind, or for somebody else. So that said, let's get your reading started with an overall energy. So we have the new moon in Aries, Cancer, and this is saying it's time to take action now. Time to take action. So let's see what this is to do with. Alright, and then I'm going to use the Anna K tarot cards again this time, because they do come to the readings with us from a slightly different perspective, which I think sometimes needs to happen. Okay. So we have the heart of your reading, Cancer. What's the root of the matter? Past influences. What's on your mind at the moment? The future going forward. And then just something else the energies would like to say to you or raise your awareness about. So at the bottom of the deck we have the Nine of Swords. And this is fear-based thoughts. Something's going over and over in your mind. It's becoming overwhelming, it's keeping you awake at night. But they're becoming bigger than what they should be. These worries are becoming magnified in your mind. So let's see, I'll just put those to one side. And one final shuffle. Can we clarify all of the cards on the table, please? And clarify all of the cards on the table, please. And at the bottom of the deck this time we have the beautiful Empress, and the Empress brings it is a very feminine energy, although it's not gender specific. But what she brings forward is expansion, fertility, nurturing, joy and optimism, and wherever she plants her seeds there will be growth. So it's growth, and whenever she appears in a reading, she always brings forward that expansion and growth in a certain area. So let's see, Cancer, I'll just put that back next to the Nine of Swords and see where we're going. It could be that you are overthinking, over worrying about something to do with fertility, perhaps. For some of you it could be to do with a pregnancy, or for others of you it's just to do with something that's taking off, that's expanding now, that's growing. But let's see. It could, for others of you, it could be something to do with worrying some aspect of your femininity. So there could be that as well. But because we've had it's time to take action, haven't we? So let's see. So at the heart of your reading, Cancer, we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. And the Ten of Pentacles, this is abundance in the family situation, having all of your needs met. So and celebrating that, you know, very joyful. We've got a baby here, a new addition to the family that everybody is celebrating. But the clarifier is the Three of Swords, and this is about heartache, heart pain, heartbreak. Somebody having to turn their back on a situation that held promise, but you know, sometimes it's about betrayal. It could have been a betrayal of some sort. That's been very painful, emotionally painful. So there's something has been emotionally painful within a family situation where there was a lot of happiness, abundance, material needs being met. But let's see where this is going. So at the root of this situation we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. So at the root of this situation there was something discovered, some form of treasure or a new opportunity that promised abundance, that you had to dig hard for, you've had to search for, and finally found it. So it's an opportunity to either grasp or to cover it over again. So this is at the root of this, but the clarifier is the Ten of Swords, and this is being stabbed in the back. This is betrayal, having to walk away and leave a very painful situation. And that's come about as a result of something that was uncovered and something that promised abundance. Past influences. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Seven of Rods. And the Wheel of Fortune, this is the wheel turning in your favour, the Wheel of Destiny starting to turn. So the Wheel of Fortune that, so good fortune coming in, and this started in the past. However, the clarifier is the Seven of Rods. So whatever this new beginning, new opportunity was, where the wheel starting to turn, it created, you needed to defend yourself. It created conflict of some sort, somebody wanting to ride roughshod over you, to have their own way. But I feel you stood your ground and you've been defending yourself. So these are the past influences, Cancer, that have led on to, in some way, some form of abundance and opportunity and needs being met, but then heartbreak, heartache, some form of a betrayal. Let's see. What are you thinking about at the moment, Cancer? Well, we have the King of Cups and the King of Rods. So we've got two kings here. Now these could be referring to, you're thinking of two separate people. The King of Cups is wears his heart on his sleeve, is very much in touch with his emotions. Very sensitive, nurturing king that offers love without bounds. And then the King of Rods is a go-getter. He will get what he wants no matter what. He won't allow anybody to stand in his way. He is a fire energy, entrepreneur. He could be a business owner. So it could be Cancer. For some of you, you are thinking about two different people, or Cancer, the King of Cups could be representing an aspect of yourself, thinking about a King of Rods energy. Sometimes when two kings come out together, it can mean these are two aspects of the same person that you're thinking about. Somebody that's very kind, caring, nurturing, but actually have got a very entrepreneurial spirit, quite a go-getter also. Gets quite fired up and passionate about things. Okay. So that's what you're thinking about, Cancer. Going forward, we have the Knight of Swords and the Page of Cups. The Knight of Swords is the fastest knight in the minor arcana, and he delivers messages and he brings them in very quickly. But in this particular depiction, this is not welcome information coming in. This is messages coming in that this is a message that's being delivered that's not very good news, I feel. Could be a warning of some sort, of some form of a difficult situation. It'll be something different for all of you. But okay, so the Knight of Swords and then the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups, he's topping up his emotional reserves. His emotional reserves have been quite drained. So he's now topping them up. And now that's a clarifier for the Knight of Swords energy. So I feel whatever this message is that's being delivered, this communication that's coming in, that's a little bit alarming, it's perhaps going to deplete your energies for a little while, but you are going to be able to top them up again. You are going to be able to fill your cup of energy again. I might get some more information about these two, but let's see. I just want to see what the universe and the earth energies want to say to you. Okay, well, we have the Five of Swords and the Nine of Rods here. And the Five of Swords, this is somebody who wants to win at all costs. This is somebody with a large ego. And you can see the picture on the battlefield. And he's going to win at all costs. He feels victorious only at the expense of others. So the clarifier for this, now this could be referring to somebody connected to you, Cancer. Or for others of you, is this an energy where you feel you've been pushed into a corner and you feel you've got to fight your way out, perhaps? Do you feel like the woman and the child here, very vulnerable and under attack? Do you feel under attack by somebody who's quite ruthless? The clarifier is the Nine of Rods, and this is the wounded warrior. He's standing his ground, but is feeling very defensive and is quite unhappy with the village down here. He feels quite hard done to, and is holding on to the last rod here, and he's put the other rods around him as a form of a defensive mechanism. So he's built up this defensive mechanism around him, and that's probably because of somebody connected that he's felt under attack from, energetically wise, perhaps, mentally. Somebody who always has to win, have the last word, that sort of an energy. Okay. Because here he's saying it's time to take action. So, time to take action against the somebody here that's created a lot of harm for you, Cancer. And is it is it the King of Cups or the King of Rods? Or is this a combination? This is somebody who presents as the King of Cups, but in fact is the King of Rods. And that can happen. So they put a false view forward of themselves. And that's left you sort of in the Nine of Swords energy, very overwhelmed and with all your fears and anxieties quite magnified. I just feel it looks like somebody has promised something in the past, but this is false information. And then look at the Knight of Swords and the Page of Cups again. Is the information that's going to be delivered is it about somebody filling up their own cup, filling up their own reserves at your expense, perhaps? Because you're very worried about something to do with the Empress energy, something to do with expansion, fertility, opportunity, growth. There's something about that is really, really worrying you. And it could well be to do with the Five of Swords energy, this somebody that wants to win and get what he wants at all costs without, not worrying about the consequences for others. And that could be somebody who's very defensive, built up a defensive wall around themselves. Or this is perhaps created a situation where you feel you're having to defend yourself. Okay. Right. I'm going to get a little bit more information about the Knight of Swords and the Page of Cups, please, for Cancer. Some more information about the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Swords, sorry, and the Page of Cups. A little bit more clarification, please. The Knight of Swords and the Page of Cups. Alright, two more please. Two more. Well, that's interesting, Cancer. Connected to this Knight of Swords energy, we've got the Seven of Swords and we've got Justice. So whatever this is, this Knight of Swords is delivering, which looks like quite a destructive message of some sort. This is a very deceptive. Seven of Swords is a very deceptive energy. It's the thief in the night, somebody taking something that doesn't belong to them. And then the Justice. There's an injustice that's occurred. And the scales need to be balanced. These are very low energies that are here connected. It must be somebody connected to, somebody that you know, somebody that's hurt you deeply. And then the Page of Cups, where he's topping up his own emotions, his or her own emotions. We have the Three of Swords and the Magician. And the Three of Swords, again, we had this right at the centre of the reading here. Right. And here it is again, connected to the Page of Cups. So this is as I feared, that this is somebody that's topping up their own emotional reserves. They have created heartbreak and heart pain, and I feel it's a sense of betrayal to you. And this is somebody that's the grand manipulator. I feel this is the negative aspect of the Magician because of the low energy cards that have come out. So this is somebody that manipulates, that's been manipulating you, I feel, or trying to manipulate you. They stabbed you in the back, and they've been looking after themselves, basically. Thinking of themselves, looking after themselves. So whoever this is for, I'm really sorry about this. This has clearly been a very painful and difficult situation for you. But the cards are very, very clear here. And it's time to take action. I think the universe is not pulling its punches here, Cancer. Whoever this is for. It's saying you can't put up with this any longer. With this situation. You shouldn't put up with it any longer. You have free will. It's up to you, Cancer. But so far as the universe and the earth energies are concerned, it's time to take action. It's time to put a stop to this. I'm just going to get... could we have some more information about the Five of Swords and the Nine of Rods, please? Five of Swords and the Nine of Rods. Five of Swords and the Nine of Rods, please. It's interesting. Two more, please. Ah, well, that's interesting. So connected to the Five of Swords, somebody who wants to win at all costs with a large ego. This is all to do with money. The Ace of Coins, which is new abundant opportunities to do with money. And of course we've seen Pentacles energies here. At the root of it was the Ace of Pentacles. At the heart of it was the Ten of Pentacles, wasn't it? Abundance in the family. But somebody wants it all, I feel. Somebody wants all of this new money or new opportunities to do with abundance coming in. And yes, because there's something up in the air still. And that's why they're fighting, I feel. Because something's up in the air. There's nothing secured yet. Something's up in the air. But somebody's wanting it all. This is all to do with money, I feel. Money, wealth, abundance, inheritance perhaps, for some of you. And connected to the Nine of Rods. Yes, we've got the World and the Ten of Cups. And the World, this is when a cycle is complete. So somebody's cycle has completed here. Something's come to an end, but ready for a transformation, ready for a new beginning in some area. And then the Ten of Cups, and this is leading on to, you know, the Ten of Cups is when a complete emotional fulfillment, when all your cups are full, love and relationships, happy family, happy home, even the dog's there in the picture. So a completion of a cycle to do with something to do with the family situation, I feel. But somebody's having to protect themselves here. Alright, I'm just going to get two more messages for you, Cancer. Have two final messages for Cancer, please, to conclude this reading. Two final messages for Cancer. Okay, so we have crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending and releasing. So this is about crossing a bridge now, moving on from a very difficult situation, shining your light, following your path. You know, there's a bridge that needs crossing, and that's going to help with healing, connecting, mending and releasing. And then begin now. So here we are, time to take action. Begin now. Take your first step on this new journey. Alright, Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. I hope the readings had some meaning for you. I'm so sorry that somebody or a few of you have been going through such a difficult time here, and it looks like there's been some form of, or there is some form of betrayal going on here. Somebody's heart has been broken, and there's a lot here to do with money. I feel possibly an inheritance that's created some form of conflict, or new opportunity that's created some form of conflict. And it's something to do with expansion and potential for growth. But it's causing you a lot of sleepless nights over this situation. But I hope the readings helped in some way to give a little bit of clarity. But good luck going forward, and I hope you can join me again in the future. Bye bye for now.